Negative thoughts can be clever, tricky, and persistent in convincing our mind something that isn't really true. And even though it isn't, it can sometimes feel like a losing battle. This video is perfect for you if you have been experiencing something like this, because we're gonna fix that. Hey everyone, my name is Patra and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we talk about self-awareness topics. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how to handle and get rid of negative thoughts. Everyone experiences negative thoughts over the course of their lifetimes. Suddenly, our biggest fears and insecurities become our reality. Therefore, it is important to know how to control and be aware when we are thinking negatively. Inaccurate patterns of thinking and believing are absolutely common, but their potential impact should not be underestimated. Now, why I wanted to dive into this video today is that we have a battle of two in our minds. The coexistence of these two has not been all bad, and I just thought I needed to acknowledge that. But having more of the other is much more beneficial for your existence than having the other one. Hence, negative and positive thoughts. As you know, there's quite a number of effects negative thoughts can have on your life, among many which include feeling down, frustration, playing with our esteem. Extreme cases could go to anxiety, depression, and other unpleasant feelings. And with the whole issue is it makes us neglect ourselves and our needs. Could also possibly manifest into negative events in our lives, and the whole entire thing is just a complete waste of time. Well, as on the other hand, the positive side of things just tops its benefits up to more life, and everything is just the complete opposite. And also it makes the world a better place for human existence. There are a couple of things that would bring about negative thoughts, and that would include limiting beliefs, feelings of not feeling good enough, conflicting value systems, fear of uncomfortable confrontation, even if that involves confronting yourself, and sometimes trapped feelings. You know those feelings that you refuse to deliberate to process? Those ones. They're finding clever ways of showing up. The first thing I'm going to talk about is that in the course of our lifetimes, we tend to take on biased perspectives about ourselves and the world around us, which tend to be irrational. And we reinforce these beliefs over time, so they basically become part of our day-to-day thoughts, which makes it so hard to recognize and be aware of. Psychologists call these cognitive distortions, which I'm going to brush on just so when you experience them, you can be able to recognize that this is a distortion and you can take it from there. First one we've got is black and white thinking. Something is either perfect or absolute garbage, good or bad. There is no in between. The second one is the mental filter. This involves one focusing and getting fixated on one negative action while ignoring the rest of the positives that have happened in a certain area or in a period of time. And the next one is the inability to accept positive encounter. Now, this one comes with the fear of something bad will happen when the positive is accepted. It usually plays on individuals who don't feel deserving of good things, and also individuals who don't have realistic expectation of that. There will always be ups and downs, and that's just how life is. This distortion can prevent you from living your life fully. Next, personalizing. This comes with assumptions that you are to blame for anything that goes wrong, like thinking someone isn't talking to you because you did something to upset them. It's more likely that this person is just having a hard day and their mood had nothing to do with you. And then we have catastrophizing. This is believing that something is far much worse than it actually is. It can be on a current situation, future situation, or even the past. And then we have emotional reasoning. This can be best described as, I feel it, therefore it must be true. Just because we feel something does not make it true. For example, you may become jealous and think that your partner is having feelings for someone else, but just because you feel like that does not make it true. Sometimes you're even just creating these situations for yourselves. And then should statements. These are statements that you make to yourself about what you should be or what you must do. And they can also sometimes be applied to others, imposing a set of expectations that will likely not be met, and so on and so forth. There is plenty of more thought distortions, but those will work for the most part. As long as you are able to recognize them, then that should be able to let you know where you stand and how you can be able to work on them. Number 2, change the way you talk to yourself. We often don't even realize this running commentary is going on in the background, but our self-talk can have a huge influence on our thoughts. So listen to the way you are talking to yourself. Is it negative? Ask yourself if this is how you would talk to a friend or a loved one. If it's not, change it. Write a list of positive affirmations about yourself and read them aloud every day. Number 3, focus on the solutions. When you are faced with a problem, focusing on the problem is likely to submerge you into a negative mental state. And this can be the complete opposite when you focus on the solution. You will tend to focus on the positives, hence positive mental state. The 4th one is practice the art of letting go. Letting go of expectations of how you should be and how other people should be. Letting go of the things that you really can't control, and that's other people and their reaction. The only thing that you can really control is how you react to different situations, and that is your power. The 5th one is surround yourself with positive, open-minded people until you gain control of your mind. Set boundaries on different topics that you can and cannot talk about that focus on positivity and healing. If you haven't already, please check out my video on the right way to set boundaries without causing any strains on your relationships. The 6th one is challenge your negative thoughts. By this, I mean ask yourself challenging questions when you notice a negative pattern of thinking. I know talking to yourself does seem awkward to some people, so finding ways to ask these questions is also an option, whether that's writing them down in a journal, recording yourself, etc. And questions you can be able to ask yourself can include, do I have all the facts to perceive this as true? Can I let this thought go? What is this trying to show me, or what is this trying to teach me? Is this going to matter in 5 years? And plenty of more. Lastly, make gratitude practice part of your routine. You don't have to get a whole book and write down a million things that you are thankful for. Simply, every day, just pick one little or even a big thing that you are thankful for. Gratitude has been proven to have tremendous benefits in programming your thoughts and feelings positively. When dealing with negative thoughts, it's really important to be open and accepting to what you will find out about yourself in the process, and also show compassion to yourself because you are just as human as your friend, your child, your mother, or even anyone, plus you deserve that compassion. Leave a comment below on different ways you deal with negative thoughts, and please share this video with a friend, a family member, or anyone that you might know that might be dealing with this. Don't forget to give it a very big thumbs up and subscribe for more self-awareness topics. And with that said, I really appreciate you and see you in the next video. Mwah.